Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. It's a review video of Dave the Diver. I've played this game for about 60 hours. Um, I've unlocked most things in this game. I feel like it's about time I do a little review of how I think, how I feel about this game as a normal casual player. It's nothing serious. I'm not writing any scripts with it. I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna ramble through it, what I think, how I feel about it. So yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple. Mm, let's go. It's my first time doing a review, and hopefully, I don't talk too much crap. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is the story of Dave the Diver. Now, Dave the Diver is a pretty simple game, right? It's just about Dave waking up one day and his friend Cobra called him up, gave him a call, and said, "Hey, Dave, I've got this restaurant. Want to help me? I need some fishes. Go and catch me some fishes so I can sell it in the restaurant. And I've got a chef there, and his name is Bencho." And that's pretty much it. So Dave goes to help Cobra dive into the ocean, catch some fishes, so that they can run the restaurant at night and make some money. And through diving into the sea, Dave discovers a couple secrets. A couple different events come up, like the sea people, and then something happens with the earthquake. You gotta solve it. Where are the sea people? Where's the earthquakes coming from? All that stuff. And basically, long story short, the earthquakes are caused by this giant monster under the sea, inside one of the sea people's ancient facility, the divine control room or whatever, causing all the earthquakes. And you fight that little, not little, you fight off this thing, you kill it, and the earthquake stops, and everything goes back to normal. There's no earthquake. All the ocean creatures are protected. Everything's peaceful, and you just go back running the restaurant. It's a pretty simple story. Okay, the story, I would say, is nothing amazing. It's I don't need to rate it like it's. I wouldn't rate it like 5 or 6 or 10 or something like that. It's just a very simple story. You don't really think too much of it. You just go through with the quests. Does the story make sense? Yeah, kind of. But you know, I just think that the story is pretty generic. It's nothing special. But the amazing thing is this game is not about the story. You don't play Dave the Diver for the story, okay? Now, what's interesting is throughout the story, you will meet a bunch of people, okay? Every single one of these characters, every single one of these people are very interesting. They have their own unique personalities. They have their little fun stories to them, side stories to them. They've got really interesting personalities. You learn a bit more about them, and they all play a key part in the story, okay? Which I think is really fun. For example, this tough guy upgrades your weapons. Cobra has a shop, sells you stuff. Dr. Bacon is he's like a scientist. He helps you throughout the story. And Bencho is your chef. Otto is your farmer. All that stuff. Um, yeah. So that's basically it. The characters in the story. Now, I think the characters are very well designed. They all have their special roles, and they fit in the story pretty well. And that's that. I quite like it. I really like the characters. They're really funny. They speak some really funny lines and gave me a good good laugh. So characters and story, good stuff. I don't have any thing to say against them. I can't pick any faults at that. So yeah, it's good. Now, the next one is I want to talk about is the music. Oh, how do I even talk about this? The music in this game is amazing. Amazing. Some of these songs are just so good. Like, what's my favorite song? My favorite song is... Oh, this is pretty good. When I first heard this song, it's insanely good. I mean, just listen to it. I mean, how good is this, right? And this one, Reserve Realm. It's so chill. I mean, you just listen to it. It kind of builds up. I play it when I go to sleep. I don't know, maybe you guys can't really hear it. Because I got the volume quite low. But yeah, the music is amazing. Some of the boss music, some of these mini game music, anime song, some of those deep dives. It really feels like you're in water sometimes when you're listening to this music, and it's chill, it's relaxing. I mean, if you play this game and you don't get anything good out of it, at least you have an amazing playlist. Okay, you can play it when you're working, when you're studying, when you go to sleep, when you're taking a shit. Whatever you do, this music fits them all. Okay, amazing music. 10 out of 10. Amazing. And the sound effects of the game, obviously they're pretty good. Look, even if I open my phone, it has like a sound where, with the phone, I mean, I don't know. And if you just, if I stand still, I can hear the ocean doing its thing, the sea. I feel like I feel like I'm in the game. That's how it makes me feel, And when you do dive into the game, the sounds, the sounds, the ambient sounds, it's really amazing. It makes you feel like you're really there. Definitely loving the music. Very, very good stuff. Okay. Now the graphics, as you see, it's pixelated graphics. I personally, I love pixelated graphics. I love pixels. I don't know if, a lot of people like this stuff, but judging from the reviews, I think most people don't mind pixelated graphics. I mean, yeah, it's the pixels are a bit more obvious when you're inside the farm. Yeah, when you're looking at this, the pixels are a bit more obvious than if you were sitting on the boat. Now, is this graphic bad? I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's amazing. Just looking at this, I wouldn't say that, oh, it's amazing graphics, but I mean, it's not bad. I would say it's cute. Okay, I would say this graphic is cute. Just here. But if you go to the restaurant, like this is a good picture. If you go in the restaurant, look, the graphics is actually quite good. You've got the fan there, you've got the studio, the bench, the chairs, the little fish tank, the village behind it, the ocean. Look at it. I mean, can you even say that the graphic is bad? I don't think so. I mean, if you look at this chick, right? She looks kind of hot. I mean, that's all that matters, man, to me. It's quite good. Well, let's go over to sushi. Let's have a look here. That's my restaurant. Look, how cool is it? You know, how chill. It's all blue. It's all kind of blue. It fits the ocean thing. Little cat there. That's cute. Yeah. I mean, when you see this, can you really say that it's bad graphics? No, right? It's cute. It's cool. It's beautiful. I would argue. So, graphics wise, amazing. I feel like. I really don't have anything against the graphics. Well, let's look at some of the monsters. This is my favorite fish. Okay. Some things you can't really tell what they are. You know, like this kind of tiny thing, tiny Cleon. I mean, what's really that? You know. Look at this. What the hell? What the hell is this? But is this not cute? I mean, this is kind of cute. This still looks pretty scary, no? So the creatures, they look quite alright. Okay, I mean, some of them look amazing. Like this one looks amazing. The gray shark, I think it's just a shark, not that special. This looks amazing. The hermit crab. Some of these fishes are kind of look terrible. And because I guess this is probably the worst design in the game. I'll talk about it later too, but this is probably the worst design. The glacial passage biome, because you can barely see some of these fishes because they kind of blend into the dark background. But I mean, what do you do? You know, you can't have every zone that looks bright like this. When a zone looks bright, it looks good, but when it looks dark, it's not so appealing, right? At least this is a bit, you know, it's in the middle. It's not too dark, it's not too bright. But I mean, can you even tell what this is? It looks like a shrimp, but this is a enlarged picture. You know, in the ocean, it looks a bit like this. It's tiny. It's even smaller than that. You can't even tell what it is. So I guess some things look amazing. Some things, yeah, they're kind of too small. You don't even notice. You don't even know what it looks like. Seahorses, same thing. You can barely tell what kind of seahorse it is because it's so tiny. And in some places, you can't even see the seahorses. It's like hiding. It's blended into the background. But I wouldn't say that that's a graphics problem. I think that the developers, they intentionally put seahorses there behind things, you know, make them small, make them little bit more difficult to find. Because they're supposed to be more rare, you know what I mean? They're like rarer creatures, so it fits the game, so I wouldn't say that it's a graphics problem. Now, some of these lobsters, they hide under the rock. Crabs hide under the rock, so you don't even get to see them moving around. You know, it's just a picture. They don't even come out on the surface. So yeah. Aberrations. These are cool. They're scary looking fishes, mutated. Ooh, that looks scary. This one looks scary too, but I guess because it's pixelated, it doesn't look that scary. You know what I mean? I can barely tell what the hell this is. It looks like a cockroach with eggs popping out. But nah, they don't look that. Oh, I haven't unlocked half of it, but they look alright. Oh shit! What the hell? This looks like an Alien versus Predator. Jesus. Yeah. So they do look quite scary, but overall the graphics pretty good. All the creature designs, I think they're quite real. You know. I mean, have a look at this. This is probably a better way to show you guys. If you haven't played the game before, I'm sure most people would have played it before, but if you look into the fish tank, doesn't that look good? How good is that? The first time I unlocked fish tanks, and the first time I saw this, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy they added this into the game because this looks absolutely stunning. It's amazing because firstly, it looks amazing to have all these fishes there, and the second thing is you feel satisfying because these are all the fishes you've caught and they're all there in front of you. And so, oh, it's amazing. I mean, the design here for this boat or for these fish tanks, I wouldn't say this is the best design. I think this could be a bit of improvement. It's a bit simple, but the main cause is this. Having been able to look into the fish tank and see all these sharks, all these fishes you've caught, and that they're breeding and all that stuff. It's amazing. And you know what? Whatever you see there is exactly what's listed. So if you send, let's say hang on, let's choose this. Okay. See there, I have 2 of these Bobogo sharks. So if I send one to the kitchen, if I if I send this Bob shark to the kitchen, then one of these will disappear. I'm not gonna do it now because I need to at all times. But what I'm trying to say, if you send one of these to the kitchen, this one will go disappear. See all these things here? What are they? What are these things? These things are the crab. See, 11 snow. There's 11 snow crabs there exactly if you count it, and of course 6 of the horsehair. If we send them, if I send 2, if I send another, sorry, if I then send another 7, then look, half of it is gone. There's only 2 there now. So whatever is listed, they're all inside the fish tank. How good is that? And just looking at this makes me feel happy, man. Just, oh, look at that. Graphics, just looking at this, 10 out of 10. It makes me feel relaxed, makes me feel happy. This is what I've done. This is what my 60 hours was spent on. Is it worth it? 100%. 100% worth it. Look at those tuna. 100% worth it. Okay. So graphics, amazing. So we've talked about story, characters, music, sound effects. Sound effects, great. There's not, there's not much to talk about sound effects, but every different gun you use have different sound effects, and they're all kind of cool. Graphics is good. What's next? How about we talk about mechanics? All right. So, how do I start with mechanics? Some of the mechanics of this game. Let's talk about combat. Okay, let's talk about combat first. Now, this game gives you guns you can use. Okay, the best way I can describe it is the combat is very simple in this game. Because you don't have abilities. All you do is you pick up a gun and you shoot it with a left click. You do aim. Okay, you click on your right mouse and you hold to aim your gun, and you press left to shoot it. It's very simple. All guns are the same. Okay, even if it's a net gun, it's all the same. You hold right click to aim and you press left click to shoot. Combat is very simple. And WSAD to move. Okay, that's everybody knows that. And the thing is, as you can see, I haven't unlocked every gun because I only ever use 2 guns. This is a tranquilizer gun. It makes fishes go to sleep, which you can just catch them like that. They remain fresh. Let's put it that way. When they're asleep, when you catch them asleep, but if you kill them, they are not as fresh. Okay, so the best way to farm in this game is to use a tranquilizer gun to catch fishes. Okay, I'll talk about that later if I need to, but for my experience, the best gun is the sniper. Why? Because it has a huge range. It can shoot from here, where my mouse is, all the way across the screen. Now, if you haven't watched some of my videos, you can go and watch it. Having a sniper killing bosses is so easy because most bosses will just die to 3 or 4 shots of snipers. And what? This gun here, most of them have 3 magazines. If it's fully upgraded, like I have a fully upgraded sniper, which is what? Let me have a look. This one, it has 6 magazines. 6. It's insane. 6 magazines dealing 92 damage. It kills everything. It kills everything. Okay, but even if it's a level 1 sniper, it still does like 37 damage, which is a lot because if you look at this rifle, it does 35 with 5 range. 5 range. The sniper has 4 times the range and it has better damage. I mean, yeah, sure, the rifles have more bullets, but the reason you have more bullets is because you're easier to miss. It's easier to miss with rifle, you know, because of the range. It's a lot easier to miss. If the sharks are swimming around you, it's harder to aim and it's easier to miss. So the magazine kind of compensates for the accuracy, you know. But if you have a sniper that shoots in 20 range, you're never gonna miss. You can't miss it because your range is too long and it shoots instantly. The game is very responsive, by the way. This game is very responsive. Everything you do is very responsive. It's not laggy, it's not buggy at all. It's very responsive. So the moment you click shoot, it fires instantly and it will hit. Okay, so even though it's only 3 shots, you're not gonna miss it. You're gonna hit all 3 shots on your target and they're gonna die. Okay, and you obviously upgrading. If you upgrade them to 92 with 6 magazine, everything dies with 6 shots. Okay, I have no problem whatsoever killing any bosses. The only boss I had a bit of problem was probably this one, Yaoi, the final boss. I think I had 3 goes before I could kill it, but even then, killing Yaoi doesn't require you any weapons because the game gives you the special weapon to kill Yaoi. You don't use your own gun, so you know, if you're a beginner, if you're struggling, you know, just go with your sniper. You kill everything in this game. And even if you run out of bullets, every time you go into a boss room, they always have bullets for you to refill. Always. Okay, snipers especially easy for killing this. Oh, yeah, I don't want to go into detail, but overall, the guns, my conclusion of the guns is that you only ever need a sniper and you can clear the game no problems. Okay, And if you want to farm, if you want to farm fresh fishes, you don't want to kill them, you want to farm the most fresh fishes, use the tranquilizer gun. One shot, one fish, and they go to sleep instantly. You don't even have to do anything. You don't even have to waste gold trying to upgrade your harpoon gun. Okay, you see, this is not maxed. You don't even need to upgrade. You can leave it at level 1 or 2 where it doesn't cost much gold, and you just level up the hush dart, and you can catch almost everything. And if early game, I mean, but if you upgrade it to the max level, which is not that hard, if you modify your hush dart into this one, the final form, the modified hush dart, it can even catch sharks, large fishes. Okay, you can't catch sharks, you can't catch stingrays before you upgrade it to the final version. Okay, and it's a little bit difficult to use before then, because see this, it takes 5 seconds to make a fish to go to sleep. But if you can make it the final form, 0.1 seconds, the moment your dart hits the fish, they go instantly to sleep. And if you shoot 2, you can make any shark go to sleep within maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, not instant, but like 1 or 2 seconds. Still pretty fast. One thing I do have to say, this is a late game item, so you know, so if you want to farm in the late game, this is definitely what you do. But if you want to farm in the early game, I don't know, I didn't even farm in the early game, so I'm not sure how good it is early game. But early game, like I said, early, mid, late game, whatever, all I did was use the sniper. Okay, but if you want to test this gun in early game or use the neck gun for early game, go for it. You know, I think the neck gun is pretty good too for catching fishes and not damaging them, keeping them fresh. But yeah, that's the guns. I don't know anything about the other ones. I haven't even unlocked these. I'm not really interested in these guns. My favorite is the sniper, the dart, and it's efficient for me to clear the game and farm for late game as well. That's the only two I ever really need. Which is really simple. Okay, so that's the weapons, the weapons for the combat. Now, if we talk about movements, movements, it's I don't really movement for the combat. There's not much to talk about, because all you do is just swim around using WSAD, you know. So it's nothing special about movements. But it's like I said, it's pretty responsive. So what else do we have for combat? Melee weapon. Melee weapon, you don't really use this much. You most likely use knife for cutting seaweed and all that stuff. You don't really use it on bosses unless you really have to, because if the boss is next to you and you're trying to act the boss melee range, you're most likely gonna die. So melee range is just like a support tool for cutting seaweed, or chopping down ores later on in the game. So yeah, it's kind of simple. Now the charms. What do I say about the charms? Now, charms. I don't find these to be really useful. You know, I only ever use these to increase dash speed. Is that when you're dashing, you dash a bit faster. I think this is a good, you know, it's a good charm. It makes you go faster. I mean, anything that makes you go faster is pretty good. The other ones is just that better 15% more gun damage, because I use a sniper. It deals so much damage. So extra 15% is a lot of damage. That's what I use. The other ones, I don't know. I mean, the other ones, it depends what you like, I suppose. But I don't really find the charms to be really OP or really game changing. It's just a little cool addition to the gameplay. Yeah, so I don't really have much, you know, likes or dislikes about this. It's kind of cool that it's there, but if it wasn't there, I don't think I'll notice much difference. Okay, that's the charms for you. That's about it about the combat. Oh, actually, I should probably talk about some of the boss fights. Are the boss fights fun? Yes, most of the boss fights are fun. Some of them, I wouldn't say it's unfun, but rather it's a bit easy. You know, some fights are a bit easy. Okay, for example, this one, it's kind of fun because you have to hit the squid in its eye 3 times. If you hit it 3 times, he'll die. Okay, but if you don't, he's invulnerable. Every other part of him is invulnerable, so you can only hit him when he opens his eye. You know, that's the squid's mechanics. Now, other bosses have other mechanics. Cleon Queen, I don't know what her mechanic is. You kind of shoot her and she dies. This one, the wolf eel, has a little green tail, and you can only hit the wolf eel when his green tail shows up, when he turns around and all that stuff, and you hit it and you do damage to him. Otherwise, you don't really do much damage to him. It's stuff like that, you know. Some of the bosses, they always have like a little weakness to them, kind of. You have to figure out what their weaknesses is. And yeah, once you figure that out, you can kill them quite easily. You know, I'm not sure if Klaus has a weakness, but Klaus was easy for me. Yeah, so I mean, there's not that many bosses in the game, so there's only what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 bosses, and I would argue that they're all quite simple. Okay, simple mechanics, simple combat. They don't have crazy stuff. Sometimes you might have to pull a lever here or there. Sometimes you might have to hide under a rock or behind a rock to avoid certain attacks and all that stuff. But yeah, it's fun. It's still really fun, simple but fun. Okay, it's nothing crazy like Elden Ring style or like Dark Souls. Nothing crazy like that, man. It's just simple, but fun, you know. And if we have the sniper gun, holy shit, it's even more simpler. Everything is simple if you have a sniper gun. Okay, at least for me. So the combat, it's fun, it's simple, but it's still a little bit challenging. It's still a little bit, you know, there is a bit of difficulty there, in some of the boss fights, but most of it, it's quite simple. Okay, straightforward. So I wouldn't say that the combat is amazing, but it's fun combat. Okay, let's put it that way. It's fun and it's simple combat, which is not easy to do, because how do you make combat simple and fun? Okay, just think about that for a moment. Think about that for a moment. Okay, it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy to make combat fun and simple at the same time. But if you manage to make it like this game here, that means you've done well. Okay, so the team's done well for making the combat fun and simple. Now, all right. So after that, we'll talk about some of the other types of gameplay. Okay. The first one I want to talk about is obviously the dives. Diving into shallow, medium, blue holes, nocturnal. Talk about all of these, okay? How I feel about these dives. Dives in general are quite fun because when you get in there, let's go. When you dive in there, especially when you dive it for the first time, it's amazing. Check out my first video. I was so amazed when I dive and I saw this. I mean, just look at it. The graphics is amazing. You got an awesome song playing in the background, and you got all these ambient things in the background. Yeah? All these corals, seaweed, all these colorful things. And then here you go, these little fishes swimming around. Isn't this amazing? The first time I dove into this game, it was so good. I felt so good just looking at it. Look at this. It looks so good. Here, let me shoot this. Ooh. 2 shots. And it goes to sleep. Now I use the drone to take it back into the boat. Look how simple it is. I don't even have to fight this shark. You know, that's the end game combat. Simple, really fun. But anyways, look at all these different types of fishes swimming around. You can catch them if you want to. If you don't want to catch them, just let them do their thing. And oh, this one wants a piece of me too. You know, if you don't want to catch them, just let them swing around. And how do I describe it? It's just beautiful. You can see, you know, in my screen, I can see like 7 different types of fishes. You know, in just one screen. Amazing. You know, love it. Love diving into the sea. Finding all these amazing things. Look at that. Look at all these fishes, different colors: pink, blue, green, red, white, black, whatever. The dives are really good, and obviously in there you can find upgrades for your gun. You can find supplementaries for your stuff like a speed boost, like oxygen capsules and all that stuff. Okay, now that's what the dives is about. And if you enter a new zone, you go through the story, you enter a new zone, you're gonna be able to go into medium depths. You know, you go from shallow water into medium, into the blue holes, into nighttime diving. Yeah, that's what most of your gameplay will be. It's to dive and catch fishes, and to explore and finding things, finding materials. Okay, you find all sorts of materials. You know, materials for upgrading your guns, material for the story, for the quests, materials to sell, materials to make things. You know, that's I would say 80% of your gameplay is in your dives, unless every day you're skipping to nighttime restaurant. Okay, otherwise most of the time that you spend in this game will be diving. And is diving fun? Absolutely. I mean, you just saw what I did. Being able to swim around in that environment, catching fishes, picking up stuff. How's that not fun? Okay, and unlocking a new fish, catching new fishes, really good. Okay, well, I love it. At least that's what it's about. the dives. That's the dives. And at nighttime, you run the sushi bar. Now, oh, actually, before I talk about the sushi bar, is there anything I should talk about before I go to the sushi bars? No, that's all. The dives, yeah, the dives. I'll talk about something else later of what I don't like. Okay. I'm gonna list everything that I don't like towards the end. Okay, before I make my conclusion. Now, the sushi bar. The sushi bar. How do I say about the sushi bar? Now, the sushi bar, obviously, it's really beautiful. Okay. Well, I mean, it's what I picked. I picked this layout. So now the sushi bar. Okay, let's go with the menu first. No, actually, let's go with menu first. Now, the menu is where we put dishes to sell. Let's say I want to sell this. It's one serving. I can level up the dish. Okay. And if I decide to sell this dish, I can select how many I want to sell. I could be selling 5 dishes, or I could be selling 10 dishes. Okay, that's pretty simple. When you start the game, you can only put on 5 dishes on the menu, but because I'm diamond rank, I can put about 10 dishes. Okay, and I can obviously level up my dishes as long as I have ingredients. Now, how do I think about the menu? I feel like it's a very simple menu. It's basically you catch these creatures and you make them nigiri, which is like whatever you catch, you make them into a small sushi hand roll, look like this. And the more ingredients you have, you can upgrade them. The special dishes are the ones that you mix them with certain ingredients, like a seasoning, like onions, vegetables, and you make it into like a special dish. But to level up these is quite hard. Okay, you need special ingredients. Some of these special ingredients, they're not that easy to get. Okay, and if you upgrade them, you can always watch a cutscene, which is really cool. We'll talk about animations later. Okay, now the menu, I feel like it's actually quite good, because firstly, you can put whatever you want on the menu, whatever you want to sell on the menu. So whatever combination, say I want to sell some fish today, or I want to sell some puffer fish, I want to sell some lobster, or I want to sell some seaweed, you can do whatever you want. Okay, and you can upgrade the dishes. It's pretty simple to upgrade the dishes, and it tells you what you want. So the menu, it's pretty good. I don't have anything against it. I don't think that you need to improve on the menu, apart maybe from the drinks. I would argue that you can serve other things. They should add more drinks to it, but I mean, this is good enough. I mean, cocktail for $80. What more do you want, right? You have beer, you have green tea. It's kind of okay, the drinks menu. But I would have loved if the game has barbecue in it. If they do yakitori, what that is basically the barbecue thing. Where they can, maybe they can put some fishes. You have a chef here or there doing a barbecue yakitori. That'll be amazing if you can do that, and you can have like 20 yakitori menu. That'll be amazing. But other than that, yeah, I think the restaurant, the menu is quite alright. You make what you catch. Whatever you catch, you make them into food. So simple enough. Okay, and you can hire staffs. Now, I'm not going to go into details about staffs, but having a good staff makes the game so much easier. Now, I came across these two. I think they're really good. I don't know if there are better staffs. I'm still hiring. I only hit diamond rank. Which in diamond rank you can hire better staffs, but I'm not gonna test it. You know, I've got these two here. They're really good. Cocktail and drinks. They take a lot of time. They waste a lot of time. So having a staff that can do cocktails and normal drinks helps you a lot. You save a lot of time. Okay, and not only that, what I don't like, I have to say about, okay, I have to talk about what I don't like about the drinks is that when you make a green tea or when you make beer, it takes too long. So when the customers wait for your drinks, if say there's 3 customers waiting for beers, you can't do 3 beers at the same time. You have to do 1 at a time, and the other 2 will get pissed off because you're too slow. But you can't go faster, okay? Dave literally can't go fast. So beer takes a lot of time, green tea takes a lot of time. And if you have 3 of them asking for tea or beer, you always fail. Always fail. That's why having a staff that can do drinks and have someone that can do a cocktail means that you're not gonna fail on drinks. Okay, you're not gonna fail on drinks. Otherwise, you will always fail on drinks if your staff don't have these 2 abilities. Okay, that's something I don't like about the sushi bar is that the drinks takes too much time. It's almost like the game is penalizing you for doing drinks, which I think is unnecessary, but that's how they design it. So, you know, it is what it is. I guess they do want you to hire staffs with these abilities, you know. They don't want you to make drinks yourself. Which I've never made a single cocktail in this game, because when I unlock cocktail serving, I already have Raptor with this skill. So I've never made cocktail. I don't even know what making a cocktail looks like. But yeah, that's what staff's about. If they have good abilities, your restaurant will run smoothly, you know, a lot smoother. So you can level them up. Whenever you level them up, their stats go up, you know, and the higher the stats, the better they are at doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, let's say I'm training up Maki, the cooking goes up. The higher the cooking, the faster she cooks. Okay, same with the servers, the waiters. The higher the serving, the quicker they run, the quicker they walk around, the quicker they serve. Okay. Procure, I don't really know what it is. I assume the procure is for dispatching. So if you have, I guess if the higher procure you have, the better items or the more ingredients you get, maybe. These special ingredients, maybe. I don't know. I've never tested it. Just me guessing. And appeal, I think appeal makes you have more customers, more likes, or more followers. Which I don't think is that important for me. Might be important for for branch. You know, it's probably, you know, your manager at the branch might need, you know, might need this. Oh, actually, I might swap that to that. Yeah, your manager might want more appeals because so she can attract more customers. Otherwise, it doesn't really do much. Okay, you know, as long as you have something like a staff that do cleaning, drink serving, cocktail serving, and that they have plus in cooking, you're pretty set. You know, you're pretty set. That's it. That's the staff bit. Are the staff fun? Is this feature fun? Yeah, absolutely, because you can pick and choose who you want. You can level them up, you can dispatch them, you can, you can mix and match, you can do the hiring, which is all really realistic. Okay. But the downside of staff is that it gets exponentially more expensive. See how expensive this is? So leveling up staff in the early game, ooh, it's tough, You don't really level them up to level 13. You just level them to level 7. As long as they unlock their second skill, you're good to go, Just unlock Wasabi refill, you're good to go. And so yeah, you don't really need to level them to whatever I have now or beyond. You don't really have to. They can be level 7 and you can clear the game, no problems. But obviously the higher the level, the more dishes you sell, the more gold you make. So it's up to you. Okay, but yeah, I find this is very interesting that you can hire staff, you can level them up, you can mix match the skill sets, you can dispatch them to gather special ingredients, and they've got stats you can check. So yeah, I've hired a bunch. I don't even have gold to upgrade them. So yeah, play around with your staffs. It's a cool feature. I love it. I love being able to level up your staffs. It's almost like playing an RPG game where you can level up your team, right? That's pretty cool. Now the next thing is research. With flames, artisan flames, where you get at the end of each restaurant night, you get these flames and you can unlock new menus. And most of these special menus have extra servings, so you just have to do one of this and it can serve 7 dishes 7 times, these are really cool. It even tells you how to make it, what it's made of, tells you how much gold it is, you can unlock it. It's all cool. I don't really have much to say about this. It's just locking new dishes, special dishes. But what I don't like about this is that it takes too much flame to unlock. Okay, look at it. Let's say, because maximum flames you can get per night is 5, okay? Let's say every day I make no mistakes. I get 5 flames every single day, okay? I make 0 mistakes, and my restaurant gets 5 artisan flames every night. Even then, look how much flames am I gonna need to unlock all these dishes? Look at it. It's insane. Okay, it's insane. I have to do 2 nights on average to unlock 1 dish. For these ones, I have to do 3 nights. Unlock 1 dish. And let me tell you, it's really hard to get 5 flames every night. Okay, I don't even get much 5 flames. Well, maybe I'm not optimized, but most of the time I get like 4.7, 4.8. Sometimes I will get a 4.5, Only a couple rare times I'll get flame 5. Yeah, I don't get much 5 flames, so this is a grind. Okay, unlocking special dishes is a grind. Even if you get 5 flames, even if you do perfectly every night, it's still a grind. Okay, this is probably the most grinding thing in the game. But obviously you can skip time. If you don't really want to grind, you can skip and you can just do the restaurant quickly and unlock these dishes. But it's up to you, if you do the time skip, you straight into sushis, bam 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 bam, and you just repeat it. Okay, you could do that if you want, but otherwise I like to do it, I like to dive a little bit, do it properly and all that stuff, and so it would take me a long time. See, I don't even know if I'm gonna play this game anymore, and I've got like 50 dishes to unlock that I've never unlocked. which is a bit of a shame. Okay, now the interior. I don't really have much to say about the interior. I think it's pretty simple. The game doesn't really give you a lot of options for designing the interior. I mean, I've designed this. I think it looks cool, but I think the interior, the thing you can choose is pretty limited. Okay, it's nothing like Sims where you can choose so many nice things you can choose. This is just pretty simple, pretty basic. So nothing to talk about the interior designs. It's just there if you want to look at it. Yeah. Okay, the ingredients. It lists all the ingredients in here. How much you have in your restaurant and how much you have in your branch restaurant, and you can send them over there to your branch, which is, I think, is really cool. You know, being able to have 2 restaurants. I never expected the game to let you have 2 restaurants. Okay, but yeah, I was surprised when it introduced branch to me. So having a branch, yeah, makes the game really it's better. You can assign more staffs. I can even look at them here doing their work, wiping the window. So yeah, you can communicate between the branches, sending ingredients, receiving ingredients, or even selling them directly here. You can see everything. You can go tags, seasoning, special catfish, plants, seafood, and all that stuff. It's good. So, man, I spend more time talking about sushi than diving, hey? But overall, that's the main mechanics of the game. The dive during the day and the restaurant during the night. Really good, perfectly balanced, because if you want to do something action based, you do the dives. If you want to do something chill, you do the restaurants. Okay, and if you have a if you have a decent fish tank, if most of your fish tanks are growing a lot of fishes, you don't even have to dive. You know, you just wait for the fishes to reproduce more fishes for you, and you can just sit in a restaurant and you just run the restaurant. So everything's there for you, everything's linked and automated. So yeah, I mean, you can hire Sam. You can hire Sam to automate the farm for you. Unfortunately, you can't automate the fish tanks, so you do have to manually send fishes to your restaurants or to your branch. I think that's a downside. Not that I mind doing it. You know, I don't mind coming in here and sending these fishes to the kitchen every day, but it can be a tedious work. You know, it can be tedious if you have to do it every day. I've cleared it for today, but normally I have to do it every day, right? I have to go send 2, send another 6, that kind of thing. Send some of this, send another 2 of this, kind of thing, you know. And I just repeat it for all the fish tanks because it's not automated. And yeah, but I don't mind doing it. I like to see what's growing and what's there and what I can send to the branches and stuff. So doesn't bother me. Okay. So, ooh, that took a while. What else are we gonna talk about? I don't know. What else is there? The game. I guess the phone is a main part, a main mechanic of the game, where you can check what to do, what mission you've got. You can, you know, you can track your track your dates. It has a calendar for you. It has a mail for you telling you some parties you can go to, the weather telling you what's coming up next. There's a fog event coming up, there's a sunny or there's a stormy event coming up. You know, if you want, you can you can manage things here. You know, you can look at your stuffs, which is really cool. Everything is in your phone. You can check what fishes you've caught, what boss you've fought. You can play some mini games if you want to. I'm not into that. Right? You can unlock some achievements, do some special things, unlock some achievements if you want. I haven't unlocked the last one, but I don't even know what it is, but it doesn't bother me. You can look at the photos you've taken. You know, you can take photos. Pink dolphin. Oh, this is so cute. You can take pictures, which is, you know, it's really chill, really relaxing. You can look at these if you ever want to. And you can look at your farm as well and check out what's growing, what's there, what's harvestable. Look, I've hired Sam for 4 days. I think I hired him for 6 days. Now he's got 4 days left, right? So he'll harvest things for me. He'll do them automatically. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the gameplay. That's the mechanics of the game. I think it's really well designed. Every aspect, every feature, you can check it out through the phone. You know, everything, you can organize things there. You know what's coming up, you know what's going on. You know what you're missing, what you need to collect. Everything's there. So, it's good. Okay. So, okay, alright. So, I think that's pretty much about it. And the game is only like $30 on Steam. I'm talking about Australian dollars, but if it's USD, it's like $20, man. With a discount, it's like 15. So $15 a game like this, you can play for like 50, 60, or even 100 hours if you want to. It's amazing. Why wouldn't you buy it? You know, it's the best $15 you ever spend, or $20 or at full price. Why wouldn't you buy it? You know, it's just cool. And it's, you know, life is so busy these days. Everything is like go, 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 go. Even when people play games, they want to go, 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 go. You know, they play like a MMORPG, for example, like New World. They play WoW, they play Lost Ark, and it's all about, oh, I gotta get my gear, I gotta do some PvP, I gotta level up, I gotta hit max level, I gotta hit max items. Everything's like rushing, rushing, rushing. You know, I wanna play 1 hour and I wanna hit level 50, that kind of thing. You know, and that's just playing games. Even people play other games like, I don't know, like League of Legends. Like, oh, I want to hit Platinum this week. I want to hit Challenger this week. I want to go, 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 quick. I want to, you know, I want to hit this rank today. I want to hit that rank tomorrow. Everything is so rushed. Okay, life is all rushing these days. But if you play a game like this, spend $15, you can relax. You can play at your own pace. You can relax. You can enjoy some of this music. You know, you can enjoy some of this music. Hang on. I'm just gonna play a bit of this. Oh, okay. You can enjoy it. You know, just go slow. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the scenery. Catch some fishes. Look at the fishes in your fish tank. You know, and you'll be amazed how much fun you're gonna have. How happy you are when you get to play this game. It definitely made me happy. Oh, when I saw this, I remember Maki and her father. This is a lovely story. I'm not gonna spoil it, but this is a lovely story. I wish though they would add a story about Maki's future. What's gonna happen from now on for her, you know, rather than just being a chef for us. If there's an extended story for Maki, that'll be great. And also, oh wait, I'll leave that for later. But yeah, $15, $20 for this game, guys, please buy it. Okay, unless I've made a bad review, I've turned you off, you don't want to play it. Otherwise, if you are interested, you should definitely buy it. It's great. Okay, I 100% recommend it. So everything I've talked about is pretty positive. I do have some negative things to say about the game, and I'm gonna mention it. Okay, right, you know, I'm gonna mention it, but I'm just saying about the price. Okay, it's $30. It's 20 USD, 30 AUD. If it goes on special, it's like 15 USD. You should definitely try it. Okay, you should definitely buy it. And the thing is, if you don't like it within 2 hours, just refund it, because in 2 hours you will have a pretty decent feel of what the game is about, because you'll be diving already, you'll be running the restaurant already in your first 2 hours. Play it, try it. If you don't like it, refund it, because the first 2 hours of this game is basically what the next 60 hours of this game is. It will be the same stuff, and you're just repeating the same stuff. You'll be diving, you'll be checking on your phone, you'll be serving in restaurants. Okay, you do the same things, but yet it's still so fun. You wouldn't mind repeating that for the next 60 hours, I'm telling you. Okay, so if you enjoy the first 2 hours of the game, you're most likely going to enjoy the rest of the game, okay, repetitively. But if you don't like it in the first 2 hours, then you know the game is not for you. Okay, and there's that's the price. Okay, now, what don't I like about the game? Alright, I have to say there's a couple things. I wouldn't say I don't like it, but there's a couple things where I think there could be improvements. Okay, now the first thing is, okay, about the restaurants. So like I said before, what I don't like about the restaurant is these artisan flames are too high. Okay, for unlocking the dishes, the artisans are too high. It takes too long to unlock all these dishes. Because the thing is, even if you unlock these dishes are not great. They're not great. Okay, they're not great dishes yet. You have to upgrade them to make them great. Okay, so I feel like the game should lower the requirements to upgrade. I mean, the game should lower the requirements for unlocking these dishes. Okay, so that we can unlock them quickly and start upgrading them. Because upgrading them, it's not easy. Upgrading special dishes requires vegetables, okay, and certain and some special, you know, it requires eggs, which are not easy to get, and some of them require these things. You got to dispatch these. All right, so I feel like this is definitely, for me, it's a bit too high. Okay, some of these should be lowered. I wouldn't say by half, but they should be lower by like 30%, man. They should, because not only do we have to unlock it, we have to upgrade them as well. So it's a bit too high in my opinion. The second thing is the flames are actually, oh, I can't see it here. The flames actually are a bit too hard to get. I mean, 5-star flame, you know, because like I said before, if you don't have cocktail serving, if you don't have drink serving, if you don't have these two skills for your staffs, you will not get 5-star flame. It's just impossible. So for you to get 5 artisan flame, these are a must. You must have these wasabi refill, whatever, cocktail serving and drinking serving. If you don't have these, it's very hard, you know, because the making drinks are literally going to handicap you. It's going to make you fail. It's going to make your customers pissed off. So I guess for people that know what they're doing, they can get 5 flames easily. But for most people that just, you know, go easy, go casual, they, like me, we're not gonna get 5 flames every day. Okay, so getting flames is difficult, and to unlock these dishes, it requires too many flames. Okay, that's one part I don't like. They should lower it by 30%. I wouldn't say 50%, that might be a bit too much, but 30% is quite reasonable, you know. Otherwise this is just a grind, which is one part I don't like. The second part is that about the staff, is that these stats, the game doesn't tell you what these stats are for. I mean, yeah, sure, you can have a good guess of what they are, but still, you know, they should tell you what Procure is really, what it does, what it exactly do. I think it would be good if they tell you. And the other thing is, I feel like you, because at the moment you will not see, let's just say, you can't see what the skill, what their next skill is, what their first skill is, unless you unlock them to level 3, right? If you don't unlock your staffs to a certain level, you can't see the skills. I don't have a problem with these really, because they're kind of cheap to level up. You know, 300 gold, 400 gold, that's 700 gold. And now I'll go level 6. Okay, and then 900 gold. I can see that Jandy is gonna learn wasabi refill. Okay, now I don't mind it that it doesn't tell you what skill the staff is going to learn unless you level them to like at least level 6. I don't really mind it, but the thing is, this is not easy for early to mid game, because you're not gonna have that much gold. Okay, because you just not, you won't be able to make that much gold, and so leveling up staffs can be quite difficult. Trying to level up staff and try to figure out what skill set they've got, it's a little bit difficult for the early to mid game, I think. But for late game, it's pretty easy. For late game, leveling them up to level 6 or 7 is pretty cheap. But the early game, the mid game, it's probably a little bit hard. So my recommendation is, you know what, my recommendation is they should at least tell you or give you a hint or give you some sort of stat to suggest whether this staff is a chef, is a waiter, or a manager kind of thing. Because see this, let's just say Jandy for example. What is Jandy? Is he a cook? Is he a waiter? What is he? Is he a what is he? Because his stats are the same, and he gets a tip. right? Always, what does get always get tips even mean? What does that even mean? I don't know what it means. And really, I can't tell what he is. Is he a chef or is he a waiter? What is he? Because he's, I mean, looking at the stats, he might be a waiter, right? But I don't know that. And wasabi refill, that's what a waiter does, right? But you can't tell unless you unlock this. What if, say, what if I level this guy up? What if I level him up and this skill is cooking plus, right? I don't know that because the game doesn't tell me whether this guy is good as a server or he's good as a cook. You know what I'm saying? See this guy here? Prep Master 141141. All his stats are the same. What is he? I mean, yeah, sure, his skill says he's Prep Master, but he's not good at anything. All his stats are the same. So what is he? Where do I put him? In the cook? With the skill, or do I put him as a waiter? You know what I mean? The game doesn't tell you. The game should tell you if someone is a waiter or if someone is a cook. Look, what is this? Master drink maker. You can sell beverages at a higher price. You can sell beverages at a higher price. Okay, so he's one of his skill. This is a perfect example because one of his skill is for cooking. And one of his skill is for serving. Is it? Is that what that is? I don't even know. So what is he? I don't know. Is he good as a chef or is he good as a waiter? I'm not even sure. So that's what I mean. You sometimes you can't tell. What about this guy? Cooking 74, serving 65. Is he a cook or is he a server? I don't know. I have to level him up to know, right? Something obvious like this, you know he's a cook because his serving stats is so bad. But something like this, you can't tell. You know, I don't know what this guy is. Especially even though he's got 100 procure, I don't even know what procure means. So how do I know what he's used for? You know, he's got a cleaning skill. So that's the one thing I probably I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's easier to confuse people like me because I don't know the role of the staff. Okay, I think it would be good if the game tells me what the role of the staff is. I don't have to think about it. You know, I don't have to think too much. I know that I'm hiring a chef or I'm hiring a waiter or a waitress. Okay, it's better that way because I want to know who I'm hiring. It's like someone gives you, because I have to pay gold to hire these people. Okay, I have to say, for example, this guy, I had to pay 1,000 gold to hire him. But I don't even know if he's a waiter or if he's a cook. Right? So what am I paying my 1,000 gold for? But if the game tells me, oh, you're paying 1,000 gold for a waiter, then I know what I'm paying for, right? It's like someone gives you a resume and you kind of want to look through the resume to find out what role he's good at. Okay, you don't want to hire someone you don't even know what he's good at. That's my suggestion. Other than that, I don't really have any more problems with the sushi. Oh, actually, there's one thing I haven't told you guys that I really like is the animations or the cutscenes of this game, which is amazing. Let's just have a look at this. Look at this. How cool was that? Okay, every time you unlock a new dish or every time you upgrade a dish, it show you a little cutscene, you know? Show you a little cutscene. Oh, it doesn't show me now because I played it. But yeah, And these cutscenes are really, really well made. The animations are really, really good. I won't go into too much detail about it, but the animations are funny, they are thoughtful, they are cool, they're kinky, um, very interesting. I love it. Okay, so so the staff's bit, not knowing who to hire, I don't like it. Too much flames required to unlock some of the dishes. I don't quite like that one. I think they should lower it. What else? About some things I probably don't like. I love this. I love the design of these photos. Looking at this album. I don't know. And you can actually go back and look at some of the photos. Is there anything else that I would say I don't like? I don't even know. I like most things. Oh, actually, you know what? There's one of these. I hated it. I hated finding the tiger tail. Oh my god. It took me like 3 or 4 hours trying to look for this seahorse. Oh, it's so hard because I didn't Google how to find this tiger tail. I was just trying to look for it between 50 to 100 meters, and I looked for it for hours. Hours. Okay, I don't know why they made this seahorse so freaking hard to find. I don't know. But yeah, I was at a point where look, I had to Google it, and even after I Googled it, it took me another 2 hours to get it because it's a random spawn. Okay, so I don't know if that's gonna turn some people off, but some things just don't, you don't need it to be that rare. It's just a seahorse, man. And this one, I'm not even trying to find this because, why bother? You know, I'm pretty much done. Okay, so lastly, I'm gonna do a bit of review down at Sea Peoples because there's a couple of things at Sea Peoples that I want to talk about. So the first thing is here. This granny here gives you buffs, which is really cool. Tiny little buffs like 8% movement speed, which is really cool. Some damage buffs, pretty interesting. And then you have a little farm here as well, especially for seaweed, which I think is quite cool. You know, I can pick them up now. You grow these seaweeds here, so you don't have to go and pick them. Quite nice. Then you have a seahorse race. It's like a little mini game, which I think it's quite interesting. I'm not gonna play it now, but being able to collect seahorses and then you can put them on a race, it's actually quite nice. It's quite nice. I quite liked it. I enjoyed it. If you guys like it, that's great. You can register for races here. This S tier race. I haven't unlocked. But yeah, you can do a team race. You can do a solo race. Ooh, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of mini games in Dave the Diver. And so yeah, that's that. Love some of the mini games. Seahorse racing was fun. Yeah. I mean, look at the graphics. And isn't it nice? Look at this. Being able to make a pixel game into this. I mean, that's amazing, don't you think? I mean, this is not really pixel, but you get what I mean, This is really cool. I loved it when I first came here. Okay, all right. So that's pretty much it. We've talked about gameplay, mechanics, graphics, music, um, the price, you know, the music, I mean the sound and all that stuff. Um, so yeah, I would recommend people to try this game if they haven't already. It's really well made. It's really chill and relaxed. It's a very relaxed game if you want to slow down a bit and if you really try to play a game and not rush yourself, you know, just take it easy, enjoy it, take your own time. And it's only $15, guys. It's really not that much. I mean, just getting, dude, get a large Mac's McDonald's set these days is probably $15, right? Everything's so expensive now. So grab yourself a large Mac's, spend $15 on this game, sit down in front of the computer, play it for like 5 or 10 minutes, and you will not move for like 2 hours. You will enjoy along with your Mac's. It's so good. Okay. There are some things I don't really like about the game. You know, well, not really. I don't like it, but I find it not as optimal. You know, I've talked about it, but it's like tiny little things. You know, most people probably don't even care. Like most people probably don't even care about the flames I was talking about. You know, they don't find it to be grindy. I find it to be grindy. Yeah, but it's only a couple things, you know. But the rest of it I really enjoy. Okay, I would give it 10 out of 10. What I don't like about the game don't even come close. Alright, comparing to the things that I like about the game. So it's 10 out of 10. I'm pretty easygoing, you know, I'm not that critical. I enjoy it, I bought it, it's worth my money. I enjoy the game, I enjoy every minute of it. I enjoy the fight, I enjoy the music. I even listen to the music when I go to sleep. So, pretty simple. I go 10 out of 10. Okay? The you know what I wish the thing that I wish them to add is okay, I'm just gonna talk about what I wish they would add for DLC or for expansion. Is that look, all this gear, I haven't even maxed all the gears and I can clear the game no problems. That's how OP that sniper gun is. But you know what I would wish that they would expand a little bit? Okay. What I wish they would expand a little bit, say in the DLC, is that firstly, where is it? I talked about it just a couple minutes ago. Okay. I want them to expand a little bit on the pirates. Or rather, what's this? These guys, they are killing the dolphins. I'm not sure what happened to them. Um, Towards the end, I think the story kind of cut off. Or either than that, or I was skipping the story. I'm not sure, but apparently there's an organization or these pirates or something. These people armed with guns, they were killing the dolphins. I want to extend the story of that. You know, who they are, what were they doing. Yeah, I want the story to go on in here, and also I want a story to go on with Maki and her father. I know what happened between them. I know what happened to the father, but I kind of want to see a happy ending for Maki. You know, she might grow into a really good chef. She might run her own restaurant. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I want to see an extended story for Maki as well, because I feel like her story has ended halfway. I do kind of want to see a bit of it. So a bit of Maki, a bit of this secret, you know, hidden organization. And really, I want to see a bit more about Dave, right? That's what I really, really wish they could add to the game is more story about Dave, because so far the game is about everybody around Dave, but nothing about Dave. Okay, um, you know, everybody has a story. Everybody has a little funny story, a bit of history, but there's not much about Dave, which I feel like is a bit of a shame. You know, I wish in the DLC or whatever expansion, they would add more things to Dave. Especially, I want them to add something, to add romance into the game. You know, that's what I like. I like to see a bit of romance. It could be between Dave and news reporter Yui, for example, or it could be Dave with the sea princess Romy, or whatever her name is. I would root for that. I don't mind Dave dating Romy. That would be pretty fun. I mean, Shuang might be a bit sad, but that would be fun, you know, to have a bit of a romance for Dave. I feel like he deserves it because he works so hard, you know, because when the game ended, he was like sleeping in this bed by himself. He was watching the firework by himself. It was good, but it was kind of a bit lonely and sad for me. I'm very sensitive to those things, you know, but if it's just you know, if they could add a little bit of romance into the game for Dave, oh man, it would be so amazing, you know. I wish the developers can hear me out or come across my review, you know, and they listen to what I just said. They consider adding a bit of romance into the game. That would be so awesome. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a long ass story. It could be just a little animation, you know, they can do like a wedding animation or whatever between Dave and Romy. Oh man, even I think about that, I have a big smile on my face. That's so cute. So yeah, that's my take on the game. How I feel about it, what I don't really like, what I like, and what I want to see in the future for the game, you know. Yeah, that's about it. You know, for those that have stayed for so long, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so my journey with Dave has finished so far. If there's anything new, I'll come back to it, but I would say my journey with Dave has ended now, and I'll move on to a new game. Okay, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the other videos. Thank you. Bye bye.